welcome to Game 2 of Round 3, ladies and gentlemen, this time featuring the so far undefeated Freljord versus the struggling Shadow Isles. And as always, Super Naked Zombie.
What up?
God, the disappointment. But on the Freljord team this time we have Lissandra once again going mid. It worked last time, don't fix what ain't broken. Trundle going top, for some reason. Oh no, not for some reason. Gragas in the jungle, for some reason. Ashe down bottom once again, and that's another new Ashe skin. And Nunu as support, so bottom lane unchanged for them. Over on the Shadow Isles.
The Shadow Isles, we've got Elise in the jungle, and it's hard to guess where everyone else is going. We've got a Maokai, we've got a Thresh, who's probably going to AD carry, maybe support, we don't really know. We've got a Karthus, who looks like he's going mid, and we've got a Mordekaiser, who's probably going to wind up going top.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see on that Shadow Isles. But before we do get that confirmation, as we said in the introduction, Freljord so far unbeaten, 2-0, one of the two teams to maintain that, them and Noxus, but Freljord have looked the more impressive of those two. Their victories have been quite crushing. We thought round 1 their defeat of Piltover was a strong showing. In round 2 they did even worse to the, God, who did they play? Who did they play this? Ionia, that was it. They did even worse to Ionia. They absolutely annihilated Ionia, and it was a very brutal game, and Lissandra was the main carrying force behind that, so we'll have to see if she can do that again for them. Shadow Isles sit at 1-1, much like the two teams we saw previously. They got their win on the 3v3 exhibition match on Twisted Tree Line though, and they struggled though last time on the Summoner's Rift. A 5v5 team, they don't have a true AD carry on their team. And that seems to hurt them because games that go late, the later a game goes, the harder it is for them. And we see the Shadow Isles start off with the blue, and Freljord starting off with that red buff. And we see
we're seeing where everyone's going now. It looks like Maokai and Twitch are going. Maokai and Thresh are going bottom, which means we've got an AD carry Twitch. Fucking AD carry Thresh. I'm so sorry, everyone. Hi to everyone watching on Twitch. Apparently, I've got Twitch on the brain. So we've got an AD carry Thresh, and we've got a support Maokai, which means that the Elise is jungling, which we knew already, the Karthus is mid, and the Mordekaiser is top.
Yeah, this isn't all that dissimilar to what Shadow Isles pulled out last time. They pulled a Hecarim out of the jungle last time, and they had a different mid laner, and I can't remember who it was. Or was it Karthus? Yeah, it was Karthus, because Karthus up against the Lugs. So really the only change here is they've chosen a different jungler, and Elise is definitely a decent jungler, but with the way the Shadow Isles as a team want to play, I think Hecarim does fit them better. He's got that insane engage potential, chase down and such, whereas Elise she's a very strong early ganker, but she's going to struggle to synergize with this team as it goes on, as we see First Blood going down for the Maokai Thresh on bottom lane. And Nunu not able to pick up the kill whilst I was watching this Gragas. Why do I always miss First Blood? Gragas comes in, gets the body slam in onto Karthus. He's trying to get away, puts his E on. You see the W coming down, exhaust down onto Lissandra. Karthus flashes over, trying to get his skittles down, gets a bit of damage, but not going to pick up a kill. And that's a 1-1 apiece. Well played
it's a
from
quick
Shadow
response to First Blood.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. They caught out the Ashe. The Ashe just was a little bit out of position. They managed to lay some damage down on her, and then Thresh looked like she was trying to get away.
Nice. That's well played. I think this is... Oh, I need to correct these things actually, because they're in the wrong place. There we go. But yeah, we saw this lane come out last time from Freljord, Shadow Isles, and these are the bottom lanes we've seen from both these teams in previous matches. And last time Shadow Isles they were up against a Vayne Sona against Demacia. And they didn't really come out all that far ahead. They got more farm on the Vayne, but they didn't really make a significant gap to win the lane by a long shot. They just didn't get it, and that's a good start this time for them. Can they capitalise on it more? I mean, she has the potential to be very safe if she just stays back and pokes and farms safely, as we see another kill go down, which I missed. Why am I so bad at spectating? Right. Well done to Gragas and Trundle. Oh, that was unassisted. Trundle just straight up killed Mordekaiser himself, and Trundle is, at the moment, being picked more and more to counter these hyper tanky top lane champions we see, like Shyvana and all that. And this isn't what he's up against here, it's a Mordekaiser, and he seems quite happy to beat that guy down too. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even low on health or anything. It looks like he just single-handedly nailed him into the floor without really any trouble at all.
Flashes burn on both sides from them, but ignite from Trundle and none from Mordekaiser. So Mordekaiser probably knew he was dead. He's probably a little bit too far forward. Trundle hit a level he wanted to, and Mord isn't incredibly strong in the early levels. He does not have much to offer. So
Yeah, I mean, a good start for Freljord there.
it's a good start. They get out to a 2-1 lead. We do see a kill onto Lissandra again.
Yeah, the Ashe bottom is struggling with CS against this Thresh.
The fight going in again. They get the root down onto Ashe, and she's taking a lot more damage. Thresh getting the auto attacks down, gets the flay back, and that's the second kill onto Ashe.
Yeah, this Maokai and this Thresh are focusing the Ashe very well.
Yep.
And the Nunu and the Ashe just can't seem to stop them. They're not laying enough damage down on the Thresh to get them to give up.
To be fair though, we saw Ashe and Nunu struggle last time against the Ionian, even though we say it was a complete crushing victory for Freljord. Last time Ashe and Nunu went up against the Lissandra Varus combo that Ionia threw down, and they struggled a lot. Ashe went very far behind in the lane compared to Varus, who picked up kills and a lot more CS. But the rest of the team is where Freljord's strength lie, and all Ashe really needs to do is get half-decent arrows throughout the game, either at point blank or from a little bit of a range or full distance. No matter what, as long as she hits some arrows, she's pretty useful, as well as there's going to be so much threat from Lissandra, Gragas and Trundle. Are they really going to have time to focus Ashe?
Yeah, she should be able to just sit back and lay into the enemy team.
And there's
a bit of an engage there at top. The Elise is hanging around. They are really trying to catch out this Trundle, but the Trundle knows the Elise is top. So I don't think he's going to get caught out.
No, and if this Mord baits too hard, he could end up dead. See Karthus low in the middle. Seems like ult went down from Lissandra. I think we need to see some... It's going to be hard. Karthus isn't going to be able to pick up. We see the Elise Cocoon come down onto Trundle there, getting some damage down onto him, but he's not even down to half, and he's putting the damage down onto Mord in return, who gets turret aggro, and Trundle is just going to wreck them, and this Elise is 4 to the level 6. Lissandra gets a kill onto Maokai though, who seems to have gone on to mid lane. Karthus going in as a response, and dies as well. So an over-aggressive move there from the Shadow Isles in the mid lane and the top lane, and they lose out across the entire board. That was terrible for them.
The Maokai going to mid has meant that this Thresh is alone bottom, and that gives Freljord a huge advantage for a little while.
That's bad across the entire board there. Like, Elise is only level 4. They try to get that kill onto Trundle, and he just doesn't care. Mordekaiser steps one step out of position. The pillar comes down, he's dead to the turret. Elise has to flee because she cannot fight this Trundle face to face. He will just batter her to the ground. The Maokai roam up to mid. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking there. Elise, Lissandra had burned her ultimate beforehand, but I don't think Maokai is so far ahead that he can just be willingly...
No, he's only level 4. It didn't seem like the smartest move from the Shadow Isles.
I think they should have kept Maokai bottom. They could have definitely, like, up top, there was fair enough reason to try and gank that Trundle and try and put make Mordekaiser's life easier. That's fair enough. It's a little mistake from Mord, and well played by Trundle means that they lose out that time. And that's what happens. But then losing 2 mid, Karthus, once he commits to a fight, he's in. Good hook here, going down onto Nunu. Ult goes down, but he flashes out of it, and it looks like he's going to be out of there safe.
Yeah, I mean, they really do need to focus the Ashe bottom. There isn't much point going after the Nunu. But if they can keep the Ashe dead, that's a much better move for them. And that's what they've been having success with.
And they're going to have a little bit of trouble, because Ashe, of course, much stronger when she hits 6 and gets that ultimate. She's going to be able to lay down the stun on them and do a little bit of counter-engage when they go for her, and that's just a straightforward hook there. She pops the barrier early, the damage coming down, she's earned half health, but they get the ignite down onto Nunu and kill him. The kill goes to Thresh as well, which is perfect for them. So, I think this is what they should have done. They shouldn't have bothered with that Maokai roam, as we see Gragas going in on top, and they take down Mordekaiser again, who is just having a bad day. 0-3 and a 2-0-1 Trundle to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, what bottom want to do is really stay in their lane and just try and kill the Ashe as many times as they can, keep that Ashe weak. We've talked about this roam to middle lane a lot, but seriously, what the hell was he doing? Yeah, the Mordekaiser was really struggling top.
And they get the Ashe behind the turret down bottom. So, really going aggressive, and this is important because these two need to get rolling. This
it's paying off for them though, playing this aggressively.
This bottom lane is the only lane where they are winning, and they can win. Karthus probably isn't going to win against Lissandra. He just wants to farm there, and he's doing a good job of that. Mordekaiser has lost his lane. No doubt about it. Trundle has bullied his way to victory there. So bottom lane for Shadow Isles needs to win. Their jungler needs to get up as well. She's behind in CS. She's got no assists, no deaths, but she's going up against Gragas, who's participated in 4 kills already. So she is behind that guy, as well as she's just going straight tank. She's picked up a Giant's Belt, not going for any jungle item by the looks of it, and she's not going to be that strong. She's not going to have a lot of damage. So it is all on this bottom lane for Shadow Isles at the moment, and hoping Karthus just farms himself to a pentakill with his ult.
Yeah. I mean, that's the aim for Karthus. Even if he doesn't get the pentakill, it's a serious amount of damage laid down on every
bad Karthus. That's pretty much it. But no, like BF sword onto Thresh now, but he is gonna struggle with this Trundle. Oh, see a flash route there from the Maokai, and an instant cancel onto the Nunu ult, so that's extremely well played. Thresh smacking in there onto the Nunu, gets exhausted. Karthus ult is coming down. We see Elise coming in the back way. Karthus picks up the kill onto Ashe, and that's finally an assist onto Elise, getting involved in the game. Looks like they want to try and take a dragon, which would be a very proactive move, but extremely dangerous against this Gragas.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Gragas and Lissandra hanging around, and they know that they're taking that dragon.
Yeah. The pair of those two together could easily take this dragon away from the Shadow Isles, and Elise has got to be on point with her smite to get this one. The good thing is, though, blue team, the Freljords, did not have vision over the pit there. It seems neither of them had a ward available. Oh, either that's just come back up, or Lissandra definitely should have warded over the wall and given Gragas the opportunity to steal with his ultimate. He's a dangerous objective, like Dragon and Baron stealer. He can do that so well. I fail at English so bad, Dibs, take over.
Right, well, we're seeing Trundle push top very hard. It looks like he might get a tower out of this. All the other lanes are playing out as we've been talking, but he's the first person to take that tower, and this Mord is really struggling, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to turn it around anytime soon without some serious help from the rest of his team, which they're too busy to give him.
Yeah, Mord's very far behind, but also so is Ashe. I've just noticed she's 0-4-0, which is obviously bad. Nunu is 0-2 as well, but there's also a huge CS
deficit. Yeah, she's only on 38 farm, which
she is.
Like, for an Ashe at this point in the game is spectacularly low.
Yeah, I mean, Karthus has had a few deaths bottom. Oh, we see Lissandra coming in to try and help out the bottom. She gets the ult down on top of Thresh, who also eats an arrow to the face. The shutdown goes to Lissandra. She's got the ignite on her, but she isn't going to go down, and they've got the chase going on to Maokai. The slow arrow is there. Knockback comes out, gets the volley down, but will she be able to catch up in time? She gets the slow arrow. She's got the barrier. She really wants it. She's going for it. She gets the kill, but she's going to die in response.
Oh, that was unlucky. I mean, it wasn't unlucky. That was greedy. She shouldn't have followed up quite that hard. Had a strong advantage. They could have just left him.
To be fair, she doesn't really give that much over. She was worth, like, she didn't give a shutdown or anything over, and I think she benefits more from getting the gold than they do. So
I think she would have benefited more from staying alive and then farming the lane for a while.
Probably, that's true.
Sure, she's got half the farm of the Thresh, and I mean, she's got so much more range than the Thresh.
But a good roam from the Lissandra, getting right down there, the over-aggressive bottom lane there, getting punished from Shadow Isles, and Lissandra picks herself up the shutdown, and she's gone for a DFG, so she's going for a very aggressive one-shot build. She wants to be able to get into that backline and take out someone who, that's probably going to be that Thresh. And once that Thresh is down, at the moment, Shadow Isles don't really have anything that's that dangerous. Mord is a non-factor almost at this point.
Elise is level 7, the Karthus is strong enough really to do damage.
He's getting there, like, credit to Karthus, he's died a couple of times in this lane, but he's staying up on farm, and he's slowly farming his way to the Karthus victory, so...
Yeah, he's stayed up on level as well. In Ignite we've got several level 7s, level 10, he's up there with the high levels.
Maokai, bit behind on levels unfortunately for him. Though his lane has been going alright, Maokai should be higher level at the moment.
He does keep wandering off, way out of minion.
He's going back to the trees where he belongs.
Yeah, I mean, he's not part of the
Look at him go!
Where's he going now? What is he doing? He's just wandering around, throwing wards down.
I know you wouldn't understand that.
Okay, I know this Elise
there over the wall from Nunu, anticipating that something's going to come in, and he'll be able to spot that. Elise, if she makes a move out of the bush. Yep, Gragas with the barrel.
Oh.
Ooh. Ashe though, I think Ashe got hit by the Thresh at one point, and she is almost at half health, and that was probably only one hit.
Yeah, I mean,
ooh, the shutdown, a one-on-one kill there from Karthus. The exhaust pays off? No, he must have done that without exhaust. How on earth did he win that fight? He didn't. Oh, he flashed. She didn't. I don't know how he won that fight straight up. He must not have exhausted her, unless he exhausted her very early, but no.
Still.
How did he do that? I'd love to rewind, but it'll put us out of sync. It's a shame. I'd love to know how Karthus one-on-one that Lissandra there.
I mean, he played however he did it, because, I mean, we were saying...
We've got an arrow.
Oh, it misses everything.
Misses. Well played by Elise there, and Ashe goes down to the Karthus. Oh! We're getting Nunu here for sure. And interestingly, we were talking about Sport Irons last time, and we liked both of them picking up the Ancient Coin and then rushing Talisman of Ascension. This time we see a Michael's Crucible Rush from Maokai. That's a really good idea against this Freljord team. If Lissandra's ult is going to be put down on Thresh, which we reckon it is, being able to cleanse that and heal him a little bit, it's going to be worth it. She also picked up the Sidestone quickly, and does have a Nomad's Medallion. So Maokai making an interesting build, but what we saw from Maokai last time is that not effective. He's not tanky enough with this build, and he has no damage. So it's all the utility, and if you don't play it really well, you become almost a null factor in the game.
We're seeing a gank here top. Mordekaiser goes straight down. The Gragas was there and helped, but that was basically all the Trundle. And the Trundle can really tear this Mordekaiser apart in a matter of seconds. It's
farming the Mordekaiser is the best way to put it. He's picked himself up a little bit of magic resistance, so he's going to be able to resist quite a lot of damage from this team. You see Maokai going in. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. He's got support coming, but it's very far away. Flashes back underneath the turret. That was too soon. Too soon, but we see Thresh coming in. Throws out the hook and misses onto the Gragas, who's flashed underneath the tower and gets the kill onto the Maokai, as we see Thresh trying to get the kill onto Gragas, but good defense there by little slugger Trundle.
Yeah, that was sensibly played by Freljord there. Yeah, they could have lost the Gragas, and they didn't. They easily got
Trundle
caught.
really performing for them. Meanwhile, we see Lissandra and Nunu pushing out that mid lane, and we see Ashe taking the Wolves. As far as Mordekaiser is behind, Ashe is equally behind, so we've got two players who have been put completely out of it at the moment by their opposing lane.
We can see how much she's struggling just to take Wolves there. It's not an ideal position for any character to be in.
She's sort of hurt herself by her own itemization as well. She's got a Bump Scepter, it's fine, but she's gone for a Zeal. All she's getting is attack speed. She has no extra damage. She has 105 attack damage compared to, wait for it, 235 of Thresh, and Trundle, who is on 135, who is meant to be a tank, so she is not in a good place in her life right now, Ashe. As we see Shadow Isles once again trying to take down the dragon. Looks like Freljord suspect, but they don't see. Oh, they get the board across the wall, but...
I mean, Nunu's there, but there's not much he can do, and Lissandra is too late to help.
No, luckily Gragas ult was down, so even if he had been in the vicinity, I don't think he would have been able to steal it so much that time.
But I mean, he used the ult to get the kill on that Mordekaiser top. Wasn't it? No, it wasn't Mordekaiser.
But the dragon is good for Shadow Isles, because this is, as you cleverly pointed out in the last game, them getting the dragon means the other team can't get the dragon. But also, the dragon is global gold to the team.
Yeah,
and that
the global gold is what's going to help this Ashe catch up, or
no,
this Mordekaiser catch up.
So that's... and we see Ashe taking red buff with the assistance of Nunu.
I mean, she does need that assistance.
Right there. No, she is so far behind. She is under half the CS of Thresh. This is a terrible position for her to be in, and it looks... I don't know which team benefits from grouping, but we see the ult go down onto the Thresh there. Maokai comes in, gets the heal off, and a Hex Drinker apparently picked up by Thresh there. Helps him survive, and that was 2 ultimates burned onto the Thresh, and he gets out alive. We see Trundle though just going in, gets in onto the Elise. She flashes over the wall, and Trundle goes to go around. Freljord trying to keep the chase going here. The Face of the Mountain shield going off there, which is always really confusing, because I forget what it is every time I see it.
It looks like this Trundle's going to pick up this kill on this Mordekaiser.
No.
Oh, he's gone the wrong way around that bush.
Mord's just booked his ticket out of there. Aggressive fight from Freljord there. Once again, this hyper-aggression from Freljord coming out. They're trying to just force this team fight, but not quite able to pick up the kills here. Thresh going a little bit safe on his itemization. The Hex Drinker, a very good idea. Go ahead. Speak your words. Good. Oh god. Oh my dear. Well, I appear to have lost it, ladies and gentlemen. Super Naked Zombie is gone. I don't know if the stream is still up. I don't know much. But what I do know is Freljord are definitely in the driving seat here. Well, actually, no, not really. We see pretty even gold. There's only 1,000 in it, and that's in favour of Shadow Isles. That's probably from these dragons they picked up, so... I think I have lost all of my connections. I do not know. I'll just keep going. It's still working for now. Who knows? Not much is happening. I don't have much to say, but it's a shame nonetheless. And you see, Mordekaiser doing his best to farm. We harped on about how far this Ashe is behind. She's picked up a static shift first, which is not optimal at all. It's not going to help her that much, and she's really only an arrow bot for her team at this point. But Mordekaiser, ooh, we see the engage going down in the middle, and a quick pick onto the Lissandra for the Freljord, the Shadow Isles team. And Mord is farming. He is only 30 CS behind Trundle, which is a lot, and many kills, but he has some farm, he has some items. Hextech Gunblade is not the worst item in the world for him to be picking up there. So. Oh, we see the arrow going down onto Elise there, and she propels up into the air. She comes back down, but on the wrong side of everybody. Damage going down onto her and onto Maokai, and they both go down. Thresh left alone against everyone, and that's a very tanky Trundle. And Ashe gets a shutdown, which is a much-needed gold boost for her. And that's 3 members of the Shadow Isles going down there, and Karthus running for the hills. Nunu does go down in the foray there, but his sacrifice not in vain, as Freljord gain a huge advantage from that one. And Trundle flashing in aggressively onto this Karthus, and once again the ignite comes down. He flashes away reactively as well, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to pick up the kill there. His Blade of the Ranking already being used. His ping's going down, telling him to retreat here, so an over-aggressive move from the Trundle there, not paying off. Yes, Twitch is back on. We are back live, hopefully with the terrible quality in the internet, which I knew would crap out on me. I'm very surprised it happened this late. Welcome back to the match, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure where we left off, but I know that it was fairly close, and it still looks reasonably close. The few more kills been happening around here. Dibs, fill us in. You saw what happened.
We've seen bottom tower go down, we've seen mid tower go down, the top tower was already missing. We've had a few little fights, but no full team fights. We've got a few kills have gone onto a few players. Mordekaiser is still 0 for 5. Thresh is up to 7 for 2. The Ashe has managed to pick up a couple of kills, but she's still
saw her get a shutdown in my vision, so I did manage to catch some of the game.
And the Trundle
already buffered.
The Trundle has managed to get himself up to 6 for 0, which is excellent.
He is becoming a monster. That magic resist he's opted for first from the Spirit Visage is paying dividends to him. He is nigh on unkillable. Pretty much everyone on the other team is dealing magic damage. Thresh's large one hit off of his E passive is applied as magic damage, so that's getting reduced by the Spirit Visage. Thresh is a monster, but Trundle's more of a monster? Trundle's got almost the most farm in the game, almost the most for his team.
Yeah, Trundle's doing very well. The Twitch isn't up at the moment.
Doesn't care, he's just going under this, and I don't know if this is a good idea. If Thresh wants to just wail away on him, he can. We see Mordekaiser go down in the mid. Why am I watching a guy hit a turret when there's a team fight? Oh, we see Elise managing to pick up the Lissandra in the top lane, but a double kill goes down for Gragas in the bottom lane. Trundle does not quite pick up that tower on bottom lane, but Thresh has opted to back off and let him take it if he so desires. So, mixed bag of fruit across the map. Ultimately, comes out a little bit in Freljord's favour there.
Yeah, the Twitch still isn't up, by the way. Might be worth looking at that. We have the Maokai looking like he's going to take top tower now, which is very exciting. He's definitely going to get it now, but not surprising. Actually, it is kind of surprising that the Maokai is up there. We were talking about how he was leaving position so much. But it looks like he has just about taken this top tower. It looks like the minions are just going to finish it off. And there it goes.
Yep. Should have the stream restarting anytime now, hopefully. Determining stream target server. Why are you doing that? I have no idea if it's not, but we'll just keep going with the stream of the game for now, because otherwise we're going to be left in the dark about it. And I can't really be bothered to pause it again.
Now, there's a small chance this match might get redone, but we'll see how it goes. We might just put up the video anyway.
I don't think we missed enough of it in the interim time, to be honest, because I had it buffered and the score didn't change a hell of a lot. They left, that we returned almost in the same position. The gold was pretty much dead even when I lost my stream.
Yeah, I mean, we'd seen a couple of deaths and things, but the gold, the kills, neither team had gained a massive advantage in the meantime. We're seeing a flash. Oh, sorry, not a flash.
An Ashe?
No, the Maokai going in on this Gragas mid.
Yep, Gragas ulting there, clearing
4
out the
Shadow
wave.
Wars players trying to do some damage to that tower, but there's 4 Freljord players meeting them as well, and this could be an interesting team fight. We've got the Trundle chasing the Mord. Oh, that Ashe arrow catches him out, and that's a kill from Freljord.
Mord is out of position. Take over, just commentating and stuff. Trying to...
Okay, this team fight looks like it's not going to happen. Shadow Wars are disengaging, but they have got the hook on the Nunu there. But everyone manages to disengage fairly well, and it looks like Freljord are going to back off. I don't know, they're hanging around that middle lane. It looks like they want a team fight, but I don't know what they're waiting for. Maybe for the Ashe to come back up. But they've got a 4v3. Oh no, Maokai's back in. Looks like the Maokai's down. The Maokai's down. He was well out of place there, as usual. It looks like they might get the Thresh out of this if the Trundle's lucky. No, the
he is so tanky. He is healing under the tower whilst taking hits. My god. Right, 2 seconds. I think the stream is back up.
Yeah, the stream is back up.
Woo!
About that. Basically, what's happened is Freljord are starting to put their head on kills. Gold's about the same. Towers.
The Shadow Walls are struggling is the main story of all this. The Trundle is proving monstrous this time. Last time it was Lissandra, but this time Trundle is put the team on his back and is carrying Freljord to victory. And the Shadow Walls can getting some picks here and there, but they're not able to string together a meaningful team fight, and this seems to be the problem with the Shadow Walls generally. Yeah,
both teams are looking for a team fight now. The Thresh is trying to grab people into the middle of
Mordekaiser setting records at the City State Champions here for 070. I'm sorry. But it sounds really mean when you say it like that, I've just realised, but someone in the Twitch chat was like, wow, these guys, Twitch chat was like, wow, these commentators really don't pull their punches. So it's just like, are we really that mean? I don't know. Like, we're pretty bad players ourselves, guys. Like, we don't mean to judge people.
It's much easier to criticise than it is to play, but if we were pulling punches, oh look how well that Nunu's doing, it's just not as fun to listen to. So yeah, we're going to continue to
we're just typical British people who are pessimistic. Focus on the negative.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to just chat about how terrible we are. It looks like there might be a Baron attempt here, or at least a ward throwing down around Baron, but I don't think either team is in a position to take it right now, especially not Freljord. Yeah, they don't have the Ashe there. There's the entire Shadow Isles team hanging around.
Ooh, Ashe has picked up an Infinity Edge. We criticised earlier that she'd gone for the static shift first and it wasn't going to help her any, but she has picked up an Infinity Edge now, and those two items together, as well as a Vampiric Scepter on the edge, mean that she will pack a meaningful punch now. If she gets herself some armor penetration, which, to be honest, there isn't a hell of a lot of armor on the other team to penetrate. I mean, the most armor is actually on the Maokai, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's not something just to worry about particularly.
Ooh, and item stacking here.
That Maokai particularly anyway. There's much juicier targets for her.
Juicier. I don't know, all of the, probably the juiciest target is Elise. If you step on her, I'd imagine you make quite a bug splat, but Maokai, there's only sap in there, I mean...
Yeah, you don't want to just stand on a tree.
The rest of them are all ghosts. Do they even have blood or anything like that? I don't know.
I think you might hurt your foot standing on Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting away. But it's because not much is happening. Both teams are sort of poking at each other, feeling each other out, but neither are committing fully to a team fight. A bunch of Shadow Isles players.
They can go for Baron. Oh, a flash.
Oh no, standing around on Gragas.
Is that hit? I'm not too sure. But the combo there between those two, Freljord, Lissandra and Gragas just annihilate the Maokai. He's down, Mordekaiser's very low.
Ashe arrow went and stunned up the Mordekaiser.
But they take down the Lissandra, and Elise is low, but she's still alive, which means everything really. Trundle looking like he's going to come out from bottom lane. The Lissandra Ghost just causing havoc here. Ashe flashing aggressively over the wall but not managing to pick much up there. Lissandra Ghost taking damage and Thresh coming in, missing his hook, and unfortunately nothing will be picked up there. So a 1-for-1 trade in what looked like it was going very well in the side of Freljord. I mean, there's a lot of low health bars, but they're not kills.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, even if you don't get the kills, it's a show of dominance. You know, to get the Elise and the Karthus that low and to kill the Maokai, it's still a good thing to happen.
Really hope people can't hear this noise in the background. Can you hear that, Dibs? There's like sounds like someone's twirling a cat around outside. If you can hear that, I'm so sorry, people.
If you're on Twitch and you're watching, just give us a comment saying if you can hear the twirly cat noise. I have no idea what that even sounds like, but I'm hoping it's a real thing.
I think I figured out what it is. Someone's tickling Lauren.
Someone's... oh wow.
Yeah, she makes horrible noises. Anyway, continuing on before I say something I regret.
But it's a fight kicking off here. They're focusing the Maokai, but the Elise...
Yeah, Trundle in at the front. He's got the face of the mountain on, and once again, Maokai first to fall. This seems to be a theme of the Shadow Isles team. Elise second to fall. Ashe is starting to hit damage now.
They're focusing on Lissandra. This is very good play by the Fjord team.
They're just picking up one kill after another. Mordekaiser is nowhere to be found, and Karthus did what he could. And
one and then the other.
Yeah, Trundle is just in on that tower alone. Like, the rest of the team don't care, but Trundle knows.
Done.
And
but now, the Shadow Isles really can't stop them taking this tower. They don't have
not
enough.
The two of them, no. I think there's still hope there for the Shadow Isles if they can string together a team fight. Mordekaiser's getting more and more items slowly, but they need...
they've still got a chance, but I think if the Shadow Isles lose another team fight, it's probably game over.
It's definitely an inhibitor if they lose another team fight, because they just don't have the strength to defend.
Yeah.
And Freljord are playing very well as a unit together. Shadow Isles keep getting spread out across the map, not being able to support each other in those positions, but Freljord just forming a fist and slamming that fist directly into the Shadow Isles. A Mordekaiser flash in there, gets the Hex Tech Gunblade down, onto the Ashe, tries to put some damage down, including the ult.
Flashes after them there seems a bit unnecessary.
Wow! And using all of those flashes and ults, they get the Ashe down, and that's 2 kills as Lissandra also goes down, and they're following up onto Gragas. This desperate act from the Shadow Isles. Hit the tower, guys! It's almost dead. Thank you, Mord. Trundle coming in here. Maokai goes in aggressive, roots him down. Michael's Crucible used to get him free. Base of the Mountain also going down, and it looks like they're going to be out. Gragas also making his way free. That desperate maneuver there really did work out for the Shadow Isles. They picked up 2 kills, 1 tower, and it looks like
saying if they lose another team fight, they might be gone, but they just won a team fight.
Going down. Elise got that one there. Looks like she's gonna try and go in on the Trundle, but she can't quite get the spells down. No, not the Trundle, the Gragas.
Gragas.
Oh my god. Yeah. And no, they're not able to capitalise any of those kills, and that's unfortunate there, because they could have maybe pushed even harder, but we do see...
Yeah, they did get 1 tower, but no inhib.
Oh, they got 2 towers, they did get both those mid towers.
Yeah, the tower was very low, but yes, they did get 2 towers. It'll be interesting to see how Freljord responds to a maneuver like that. We were saying, winning that team fight might make Freljord a bit more aggressive, but it was the Shadow Isles who came out of that.
They came out swinging, man. They were pissed. You could tell they just wanted to they wanted revenge.
Yeah, I thought they might be playing a bit safer after losing that team fight, but they came, yeah.
We've got a little bit of indecision from the Freljord team. We've got pings going down on Baron. They go to Baron and circle away from Baron. Shadow Isles seem to know that it's a possibility and have laid down their own pings of warning, and they've got a ward over the back so they'll know if it starts. That sweeper from Gragas does not reveal the small ward at the back, so the Shadow Isles are fully aware of this. And where's manual camera on? Not manual camera on. And they see what's happening. It's going down fairly quickly. Ashe is starting to hit hard. She's got that last whisper picked up. She arrows over the back, but Gragas picks it up. Ashe is instantly down though.
In the back.
Yep, and they've got this Freljord team caught, and this could be a huge mistake here. Throws at Baron. Damage going down for both of them here. Trundle though, just not dying in the middle of all that. His team goes down, and he's like, "Stop dying, you cowards!"
Yeah, Trundle, it's...
But Mordekaiser coming back in! Hero! 2-7 Mordekaiser, go! Strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
They pick up Baron, but they lose 3 people in response. A 3-for-3 team fight. I say it goes in favour of Freljord, but Trundle going aggressive, gets the pillar down onto
He
the
flashes.
Gragas.
Looks like he
Karthus
might
even
get this
flashes
Karthus, but
bone from both sides there, and Mordekaiser trying to play defense doesn't seem to be very good. He's not going to make it in the American Football League.
yeah, I mean this yeah, this Mordekaiser's not still not there in terms of items.
Oh, he's got items. He's not there in terms of fight. He chased off Nunu down to the mid lane. I saw it on the minimap. Whilst everyone else was crushing people, and Mordekaiser's damage could have been just like all of the AoE in this pit where everyone was stood on top of each other. It worked in favour for both teams. It was hilarious. Like, Lissandra ult worked well, Gragas ult did fine, Trundle just got to batter whoever he wanted.
Yeah,
But
Karthus.
also, at the same time, Karthus was just stood in there. If Mordekaiser had been there, he could do it. Thresh, unfortunately, got a little bit too aggressive and went down. But Maokai was able to use
And
his
none
ult.
of that could kill the Trundle.
Yes. And then there was Trundle still on the other side, who's picked up his Randuins now and is just a monster. He's 8-0-11. I think just it's scary numbers right there. Like, Gragas
Yeah,
has picked up a few more kills, but he's also died at some point, and just Trundle he can go where he wants and just do
Karthus
what he
just
wants.
does not. Karthus Trundle just does not give a fuck. This Karthus also, he's got a lot more farm than
That
everyone
is
else.
caught Maokai. He knows, and he just decides to stay still. Ashe
Maokai
was used.
caught a lot, and we've been talking about how he's been out of position
But
a
in
lot.
response, his team does pick up the Baron, trading him, not the
Dragon.
Baron, Dragon. They do get the Dragon, which is a little bit more global gold. The gold still isn't too heavily in favour of Freljord, and though it seems weird, though you could definitely say Freljord are winning this isn't the best victory they've had so far. Shadow Isles are testing them.
The last couple team fights have not gone well for them. I mean, they haven't necessarily gone badly, but they definitely haven't been outright victories
No,
like they're
by
looking
this
for.
point in all the other games, Freljord was crushing.
Oh.
It was clear that they'd already won. We started talking about catapult champions. Like this Freljord
I still
team.
think that's a great idea. I'm sad that the Riot guy has left the Twitch chat now because I mean this is my time to pitch my catapult champion. For those of you who haven't seen the previous vid, I want a champion who throws members of your team at the enemy team like a reverse blitzcrank, like an Alistair that can only work on your teammates. It'd be brilliant. It would only be used for trolling your own team, but it would be brilliant. Just imagine being able to hit your teammate on the tower. I'd love it. But on the other
These
side,
are almost as bad as
also...
Stefan's skin ideas, alright? Like, not every person needs a Candyman skin. And Maokai just walks straight past the Trundle, who just realises there's a Karthus and goes in for it. This Shadow Isles, the Trundle, it's just crazy, man. Like,
yeah, it looks like this Mordekaiser and Lissandra are really
deep
duking it out, and I'm not sure who's going to win.
Lissandra's
running away.
The flash in from Mord and getting the shield, but up here we still see Trundle dueling with everybody. Maokai using his heal well there to stay alive against this Trundle.
Ashe hits the Thresh, which is the target she wants it to hit.
The Gragas ult is just used for the Mordekaiser though, so currently it's a 1-for-1 trade. Trundle is still in the thick of it pretty much. Ashe coming up as a response there, and Maokai starts taking huge amounts of damage. Elise jumping into the back, Ashe flashes away. Here comes the Karthus ult, we've got to see. He does nearly nothing to this Trundle. He does not give a shit.
That Trundle is ridiculous. It looks like this Ashe is not going to get caught. She's managed to proc the Banshees of the Elise, and...
Strangely, a 1-for-1 there. Mordekaiser wins his duel with Lissandra, takes it down, gets killed as a result from the play from Gragas to pick him up with the barrel, but a 1-for-1, and I can only think that favours Shadow Isles, even trades for them favours them, because... hello, where was Elise? Trundle going in here, trying to get onto that, but some good slowing from everyone involved means that she's out, and that's good play there. Most Threshes would stop supporting their team when they're AD
And
carrying.
that was an excellent Thresh Lantern, which completely saved Elise's life.
And
it'll be interesting to see how Freljord capitalise on this, if they decide to. I mean, they're at a little bit of an advantage now. You want to see them use it, you want to see them get the win.
We see Maokai going aggressive again onto a Nunu this time, so there's actually a possibility of killing this target, unlike the Trundle. And the Skittles are coming down from Karthus, but it looks like he's going to be able to get away, covering fire from Ashe there, and also support from Gragas coming in means that they're not going to be able to pick up this kill. And this is pretty much turning into the story of this match. There's a lot of fights at the moment, but not many people are dying, and if people don't die, then nothing gets achieved. And...
yeah. Exactly, we're not seeing them capitalise on victories. We're not seeing big enough victories to allow capitalisation even, you know, they're not able to...
They want to get that big W.
Yeah, they're not... Well, I mean, we haven't seen a single inhibitor go down yet, which, considering the number of team fights we've seen, is surprising.
This game is dragging on a fair bit.
Yeah, we're so sorry.
If you want to go to bed, I wouldn't say feel free to, because, you know, I appreciate you watch, but, you know, some of us have work tomorrow, like myself. Seriously, wrap it up, Freljord. I do think Freljord will come out on top in this game. It sounds bad to say, you should never really call it over or call it favoritism, but I do think I've said it, I think Freljord has the strongest, like, overall team setup. They're, like, massive AoE ultimates and, like, CC that they have just seems to give them that edge, and in the first 2 games it seemed like it was good enough to take quick victories. I'm so surprised that Shadow Wilds is the one giving them the problem here. Like, I don't know whether it's a lack of commitment, if Freljord just punch down the middle like it looks like they're doing now, they're going in. Lissandra ults herself there and gets hooked afterwards, also snared down. She's taking a lot of damage. She goes into her Zhonya's there, and we see Trundle just going into the back line. Gragas ult comes down, is doing a lot of damage. Nunu ult also coming down. Maokai is first to fall in this team fight, going over to Gragas. Trundle's in there, Ashe down onto Thresh, and he is down. And it looks like Freljord have broken through. Elise is also going to go down here. Mordekaiser once again out of position, and Mordekaiser and Karthus here on the fountain. His ult going down, but I don't think he's going to get anyone.
No, they should be able to.
Oh my god, the Mordekaiser picks up the Trundle. Trundle down. Game over. Shadow Wilds win. GG.
Trundle burst.
FF that.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like it was going really well for Freljord, but that completely turned around towards the end.
I think there was a little bit of overconfidence there. Finally, Karthus starts hitting really hard against this Trundle as he gets the magic penetration he needs, and Mordekaiser as well. He does have enough single target burst that he does a deceptive amount of damage, and finally does pick up that Trundle, and I suspect there was probably some tower hits there as well.
This Karthus is almost 100 gold ahead of everyone else, and this Mordekaiser's caught up on farm as well. 100 CS, sorry, not 100 gold.
Oh, right, yeah, I was about to say 100 gold is like nothing.
100 gold is nothing, 100 creeps is a reasonable difference.
That's something. This Karthus has done the Karthus job while farming. He is at his 6 item stage, and they're not bad 6 items either. It was just a shame he was not in that team fight. His ult did a lot, but if he'd had the AoE damage and been able to do it through his Zhonya's, that could have been completely different. But Freljord,
I think that's the reason that Freljord fought at the time they did, is because Karthus wasn't there. I don't think the engage would have happened if Karthus had been present.
Oh yeah, true, and I kind of... Yeah, Mordekaiser as well, so it was effectively a 5 versus 3, so Freljord did well to take advantage of that situation, but we'll have to see if that opportunity is given to them again, as it looks... There's movement around Baron, but it's not definitely Baron. Yeah, as Mordekaiser comes out of the bush and finds himself a Gragas, but he's away, and doesn't look like it's going to be a fight here, as Maokai creeping around the bushes, getting some wards around the Baron area. We see a lot of wards over here around this blue buff from Freljord, so I think we'll... Ooh, Maokai getting caught out here, 3 members.
That's a beautiful Nunu ult though.
But it's only used for 1 person, and it's only the Maokai, and that Lissandra is low, but Thresh is in there amongst 3 people. He gets ulted, and he is dead without doing anything. That's bad play there.
And then following up onto the Elise and the Lissandra, they're gonna catch that Elise.
Yep.
Oh, she's gone the other way, probably saving the Lissandra.
Yep.
You know, the Nunu ult only caught 1 person, but it stopped anyone else engaging. You don't want to go into it.
What are you doing? Mord has gone into 5 people, or 4 people here.
Including the Trundle. Yeah, that was never going to end well, but...
He almost... Oh, he does kill the Ashe in the end. He wanted the Ashe and he got her. Well, what a cost. This must be an inhibitor now. It's only a Karthus to defend. They should be able to take him out of the way.
There's the Karthus gone. Must be.
He's getting good damage down there. Double Zhonya's for double winning. And we see him getting away, but the damage done to Trundle means he has to back out and cannot follow up with the kill there. So well played by Karthus, holding off this push for now. He's ulting now, oh my god, will he be able to do it? He doesn't manage to get the Gragas in the end. And Trundle still doing a lot of damage to this tower, and he's very strong.
But by now everyone else is back up.
Yep,
Maokai rushes in.
Yep, Karthus is getting it down, but he picks up the Gragas as well. Looks like Trundle's going to get out through that way, but... We see Maokai respawn, but he's the only one. Ult goes down onto him from Lissandra. Really? Really, Maokai? You're just going to straight ult into that? The perfect baits from Nunu. He goes down, but will they kill Maokai?
They don't get the Maokai, but
that was such a crazy move. I've never seen such a ballsy move.
That was ballsy, is the exact word.
I don't know if it worked. It definitely did, and he died. But straight up ulting in the middle of the lane.
I mean, if you're going to die, that's the way to go. Taking out most of a Maokai's health.
Maokai can heal up now, and Nunu is dead for some period of time, and I really think that this Shadow Isles team should go for Baron. There's only 3 people up from the other team, they've got the time period to do it.
Do you not remember what happened last time a team tried to go for Baron?
Yeah, but the rest of the enemy team was alive at that point, and also had a ward that they didn't find, so they definitely got the opportunity here, but The
I don't
team's
think they're gonna
spending
do
a
it.
lot of time
Thresh is
pushing
great,
lanes
but-
back and forth. Yeah, Thresh is nowhere near. Maokai is still pretending to be a tree. Red buff aggroed onto him there because of his Sunfire Cape. Pretty funny. And there he's farming. 47, well, 48 minutes in, and there's a... Ooh, that's about 7k actually. About 7k lead in favour of Freljord after a good series of play for them. But they haven't got the inhibitor yet, and they didn't get a Baron off their last play either, so... Like... They're getting ahead again, but at this stage 7k isn't too bad, but we see the Ashe arrow go in, but it lands onto the Banshee's Veil, and that's terrible. The ult comes in from Gragas there, and Thresh is very low at the back line. Mordekaiser down before he's able to get his ghost off onto anyone.
This Thresh is just in there.
Oh, the Trundle is in there, and Thresh is very low in the background there. Ashe is very powerful now, Bloodthirster Infinity Edge doing work for her. And Karthus, ooh, that's a beautiful Zhonya's Hourglass in the middle of everyone there, and he's going to try and get as much damage down as possible. Elise goes down, looks like she took the Lissandra ult to the face there. Nunu ult also going down. Karthus ult is coming down, but it's going to not hit onto the Zhonyas. He gets a double kill for his troubles there.
Thresh goes down to the Lissandra.
And it's just the
Looks like
Maokai and Karthus to defend.
Karthus has run away, this Maokai's caught.
Oh, he is
Yeah,
a dead Maokai.
Maokai's down, they're gonna get this in here, but there's not much Karthus can do. But once he's healed up, he will be able to take these guys, and he's got his boots, which mean that he can race out of there.
Yeah, and that's just funky animation, just like... I very much doubt he has legs underneath that robe, I'll be honest. Oh, gets the kill onto Lissandra as she's shopping, as she's trying to go back. He won't have this up, and... Yeah, Trundle just smacks him into the ground there, and whereas that was almost good play, I don't know whether it was a bait or not, but either way, that was not good for Shadow Isles.
I mean, Freljord can't be baiting and getting themselves killed. That Nunu, that Lissandra, they need to, survive some of these baits.
I don't know. I think it's all just about Trundle at this point. Ashe does her job as well. She gets some damage down, basically gets things low, so Trundle kills them, and he has got a hefty amount of farm, hefty amount of kills. Yes, he has participated in 31 kills. That is an immense kill participation there. Like,
oh yeah. That's more kills than Shadow Isles have, that's
yeah, exactly. Like all the gold that they can. Well, not quite, because you can assist multiple assists. But he's got so much gold. Like, how much gold does this guy have? He has apparently less than Gragas. I guess jungle items, gold, and stuff like that, and a bit of farm.
And Gragas does have 16 kills. I mean, that's
yeah,
a
that'll
number
do
of
it.
kills.
And I still think Shadow Isles can take these team fights. Like,
yeah,
I mean, going in favour of Freljord because they can always choose when they want to do it and stuff. But if Thresh doesn't get caught, and they can have Mordekaiser lay down a decent amount of damage, and Karthus can do what Karthus is doing great in these team fights, and Maokai is putting in work as well. We said how if he doesn't utilise, he's gone tank, and he's just being utility in the fights, and he is doing work for his team. He's doing so well. It's just they can't quite get the Thresh and the Mordekaiser to. They can't quite deal the damage they need to. Trundle coming in from the side here, trying to get in onto Nunu.
Ashe
comes across
again.
That's unfortunate. Twice in a row now, and she's clearly not aiming for it. Good Gragas ult hits everyone there, and Mord is gone. Threshold there, and they're trying to peel them off, and the Trundle's at the start, at the front of the fight, not taking any damage. Lissandra coming in from the backside here.
Team fight with a lot of AoE going on.
Gragas
down I'm not sure it's going to hit anyone.
Oh, it does just clip onto Karthus, it looks like, and Trundle was taking a terrible amount of damage in the middle here. Maokai doing a brilliant job tanking him up, and Thresh in the background takes down Lissandra. Trundle is down again. Karthus gets another one, and he's ulting down. That's going to be a dead Nunu. And that's a clean ace there. Triple kill for Karthus, and amazingly well played by the Shadow Isles. I told you they had it in them, but they can't do anything with it as they've got to come back and defend.
I was just about to say, what we'd really like to see is one nice big team fight, and then an end of the match, and I think that might be what we're about to see. They've got big super minions there, they've got the Thresh here,
wrong team, this is their own base, they're defending.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, this game is going to keep going. 52 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I think this might turn into our longest match, and I really hope there's enough space on my hard drive, otherwise this is going to be terrible. This game has just been plagued by problems.
I was really hoping to see, I was so optimistic for the end of the match, I genuinely thought they were...
Yep. Never hope. Karthus 3 minions away from hitting 400 here, and he is doing work for his team, it has to be said. He is a very decent late game champion, and he is putting down the damage, able to take down the mighty Trundle, who was hoping to go pro this season in the baseball leagues, but just couldn't.
Man, using a lot of sports metaphors today, talking about the football playing Mordekaiser, baseball playing. You don't even play sports.
Alright, no need to tell these people. For all these guys know I'm a black belt in karate. Jesus.
Wait, aren't you?
Anyway, continuing on, and this match continues to go on. These teamfights are so messy, and the inhibitor is respawning soon, I believe, was that cooldout. But
yeah, I mean, all the inhibs are up now, aren't they?
I think one thing, like this Elise has an interesting build. This is not at all how I build Elise, or I don't think I've seen this kind of build on Elise before as well. The Random's Omen, Banshee's Veil, not uncommon. There's 2 defensive items, one for magic resist, one for armor. That's fine. Spirit of the Spectral Wraith as well. Some people do choose to go for that. Personally, I prefer the Ancient Golem myself. She doesn't have any tenacity, and that's a problem against the heavy amount of CC they Freljord have.
Yeah, I mean, 1 for 9, I wouldn't suggest that this build is working out ideally for her.
Could have just been unlucky. She does favour a strong early game, so that not going well for her is turned out. And we see the 2 teams grouped up here. Thresh just a little bit off in the background. Shadow Owl's doing a good job trying to gain some vision there. Poke coming down. Cocoon goes down onto Trundle and he has to walk through the wall, but a good disengage from the ult. And Maokai's gone into the back there, and that's bad. Lissandra ult doesn't. It only catches the Maokai, but Maokai is down. Karthus is low in the middle of all that. Already forced the Zhonya's. Double kill coming out there for Gragas as Karthus goes down. He's ulting in the background there, and Thresh is also down in the mix. But the Trundle Ghost, Mordekaiser's picked up a Trundle Ghost out of nowhere, and again, Shadow Isles seem to turn the team fight at the end there, and after we're talking about how bad this Elise build is, she comes out of that fight alive for the first time. There is a Lissandra at full health there, and Ashe is still alive, but they've got the Trundle Ghost, man. The Trundle Ghost could win the game straight here.
I think he probably could.
Look at him, he's destroying that tower, it's deadly. Just go for the inhib, guys, I don't care if there's an Ashe there, you've got Trundle Ghost. What happened? It went.
I mean, a Trundle Ghost is a scary,
the Trundle Ghost is gone! Oh god, retreat! The Trundle Ghost. And also there's lanes pushing against them in the bottom lane there, so...
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to worry about that too much.
They're scrappy, they're like a dog that doesn't want to get put down. Every time it looks like they've been got in a team fight, they manage to turn it around, and they're really pushing Freljord here, like... There's open inhibitor on both sides now, and the next team fight could well end the game. We've talked about it many times.
I think it almost definitely will end the game.
There's an open inhib, and the teams are so strong now that they will just destroy anything they come up against turret-wise.
Yeah, this looks like a Baron attempt from Freljord here.
Shadow Isles will know about it. They do have 4 people up. Gragas and Trundle are coming back soon. Elise is in the top, and she has a smite, and none of these players from Freljord do, and none of them seem really tanky enough to be able to take it. Elise just hanging out in the background there. She goes in from the background, and she gets the steal. Unfortunate there for
Freljord. We saw what's going to happen, but Elise is going to die from that. But probably worth it for the Baron.
That's a very long death timer, so she gets it, but I don't know whether that was a good trade or not. She got the Baron. So there's the hope that they may well lose this inhibitor because they won't be able to fight out in the open 5v4. To be fair though, Elise hasn't had the biggest impact in the team fights.
Yeah.
So losing her, and it looks like Shadow Isles want to fight. Ult from the Gragas, whips in the back there. Lissandra in the middle, getting ult on herself. Nunu's not going to catch
nice
too much
Zhonya's
damage.
to avoid that Nunu ult.
They're not dying in the middle.
Caught
of
the
all
Ashe.
Yeah,
the Ashe
is going to go down, and Shadow Isles are just not dying in the middle of it. They were still on top of everything, and they barely took any damage. Mordekaiser somehow taking damage.
Well, there was some smart Zhonya's at exactly the right time to block the Nunu ult damage. Yeah, and I'd suggest that this could be a win now, at least the inhib.
Oh, this is... We thought they were the ones who were going to lose the inhib, and yes, they've got a Baron, but I didn't think it would make that much of a difference in a 5v4. But like we said, Elise didn't seem to have the greatest effect in the teamfight for Shadow Isles, and without her, they take a teamfight easily. They kill 2 members of the opposite number, and Maokai gets aggressive, flashing in, and they get the hook onto Gragas as well, get the flayback too, they're getting the damage. He's got the Zhonya's down, but will he be able to get out? Maokai taking a lot of damage under this turret here, and this Trundle is still alive and still a Trundle, so they're doing what they can here, and Trundle going in, trying to get the damage down onto Karthus, and he will go down as well. Mordekaiser flashing out there, and the ult comes down. Not enough to kill Trundle, obviously.
Not by a long way, but still an interesting couple of team fights there.
Yeah, and
a lot of progress made for Shadow Isles.
Oh yeah, they've got
that inhib, and these pushed up minions are really going to hurt Freljord.
Yeah, they've got Elise coming in the background there. It looks like they're focusing a little bit too hard onto Nunu, but they do get the kill as a result. Lissandra has respawned though, and I'd say that these two are God, there's a lot of damage going down there. Ashe arrow comes
Ashe
across.
replies in, yeah.
They're getting the damage down onto Thresh,
down.
and Trundle is doing a lot of work there, and Elise is up in the air, but she's only going to come down to die, and that is a clean ace there, and there is 20 odd seconds until Shadow Isles comes back to life now. They are definitely going to be able to get up there and get this inhibitor, but we're
Yeah, but it's not just 20 seconds, it's a lot longer on the Thresh, the Elise, and the
This Karthus has
Mordekaiser.
done work. I believe in this Karthus. He can do this, and this game is crazy. It looked like Shadow Isles were desperate to end it there, but have they thrown it away? Have they thrown their one chance of beating Freljord away? Like
I
Shadow
don't know if
Isles.
that's that one chance. If they survive this could go on for a
They
while
could do
longer.
as well, and it's, who knows? And
They're definitely going to get the in-hub, but it'll be interesting.
I don't
if
want
they
to spoil
get
this, but I've just looked down at the bar at the bottom, and this game goes on. Like, the game's still going, I think. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I can see a few minutes in advance because we did have that little
yeah, so
pause
they're not
that
ending the
big
game here, is what we've just learned, which they're running away from the Maokai Karthus, and to be fair, Maokai Karthus have done work this game. Like, Trundle has done very, very well being aggressive and stuff like that, but he's been in the he's been up there, he's been winning, so what he's been able to do hasn't been as impressive, I don't think. Karthus has just silently farmed throughout the game, and then when it's mad, he's made plays, he's got the right kills, he's made amazing defences for this Shadow Isles team. We see inhibitors down on both sides now in the mid lane, so that's basically cancelled out now. It will be another team fight before this game is over, and Shadow Isles have all respawned. Game on.
It's amazing looking at the Twitch comments. Lots of GG well played from various timestamps throughout the match. Someone said sleep is for the weak, like probably about half an hour ago, and we're still going. So I mean, this is really commitment from us. Lots of people saying when various people could have won, should have won, could have lost, should have lost.
Yeah,
but it's not over yet.
It's not, and I'm just so surprised again. I thought Freljord just had this in the bag. Shadow Isles looked so weak last week against Demacia that once it got to this late stage, they just didn't have what it takes to fight. But this team now here showing what they've got, and we've got a GA picked up by Mordekaiser, the only GA in the game, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
we are going to see the game end fairly soon. Next team fight is going to be definitive, and we are going to see a winner or a
who's
loser.
going to be it? Shadow Isles are definitely on the aggression here. Trundle is still not a null factor. He is dangerous, and if they leave the Ashe alive, she has 2 damage items, 2 attack speed items, and a last whisper at the moment. She is deadly if she starts to get a free shot on people. But at the same time, Thresh, I want to see how much damage he hits for on his first hit. 894 on his original hit.
That's incredible. I mean, the Ashe is jacked, but that damage on a Thresh is just awesome.
It's only for his first hit though, and after that he has to rely.
He doesn't still do a reasonable amount of damage.
They still do, but he doesn't have a ton of attack speed. He's only really got a Blade of the Ruined King in there for attack speed. His attack speed is so much lower than Ashe's. So, but he is very durable and he has a lot of utility on there. If he plays his cards right, he could do a lot. He can do a lot of damage. It's really about this. At this point, it is about this Karthus and this Mordekaiser. Their AOE damage is just incredible, and how durable both of them are. Karthus has had wonderful Zhonya's hourglasses in there.
I mean, you can't talk about durability without going back to this Trundle. I mean, he's survived everything. He's like a cockroach.
And Maokai again, just going in there, sacrificing his life for the Horde, and Shadow Isles are all in there. It's a good Nunu ult at the back there, and even better Gragas ult. Maokai is now down. Karthus is Zhonya's underneath the tower, and he goes down. And we've only got 2 people alive here. The Karthus ult hasn't come down yet. They're doing a lot of damage onto this Mordekaiser, but he's still got the GA in the back there. His ghost has gone down. The shutdown onto Gragas there. The Mordekaiser's GA has been popped, but he is not able to get any other kill. And have Freljord done it right there? I think they may have, because
I think Freljord might have won. I think we might see a surrender from Shadow Isles any second now.
It's 40 odd seconds in favour of the 40 odd seconds for respawns there, and I don't know if Maokai jumped the gun there. They could have definitely... They wanted to get that inhibitor to keep the pressure up, but he went too far in front of his team. His team can't follow. I talked about at the beginning that Elise compared to Hecarim is a wonderful engager. Elise, not so much. You're looking for picks with cocoons, and Maokai went deep then and paid the price for it. He absorbed the Lissandra ult, which was good, which he's done before, but apparently there wasn't enough, and maybe the Baron buff was the difference in the previous fight, and Shadow Isles just couldn't pull out that team fight. And
we are going to see a win for Freljord now.
But they got pushed
5
to the
seconds
wire.
till people are up, but they're not going to make it in time.
No. Able to tank both those turrets there, Trundle is ridiculous. Maokai flashing in there. Might get the Trundle? No. Even in death, even at the end, Trundle stayed alive. An impressive performance there for him, and
the Trundle had just 3 deaths, which, I mean, there's 100 kills in this game. That's unheard of.
That is ridiculous. 62 minutes, 20 seconds. That's a record for the CSC right now.
I don't know if we should celebrate it.
Well, credit to them. I think maybe Freljord could have won a lot earlier, but Shadow Isles fought well, and I really didn't expect them to put up this much of a fight against Freljord. Freljord go 3-0, so they are now at the top until Noxus play in the next match, and we see whether or not they can go 3-0. But Freljord, Shadow Isles now join... Who lost? Zoan? Yeah, join Zoan in the lower end of the table at 1 win and 2 losses. But it's a much better performance, and much more hopeful for them against other teams now. They may be able to get a win or two in future.
Yeah, very long game. Hope it wasn't too boring for you guys, especially with that drop in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was quite exciting to watch, although will they, won't they? But, yeah, thanks very much for watching.
All over again.
Please.
You're not going to say the stuff you always say? I don't say this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for watching on Twitch. If you can be bothered to watch the old YouTube videos, watch them. These two will be up anytime over the next over the next week. I'd have thought they'll probably go up.
He doesn't make the videos.
I help. So yeah, subscribe, comment. What's the other thing? Like anything that is likable, please. We're likable.
Thanks for watching, guys, both on Twitch and YouTube. Hopefully we can make it better quality in the future.